Hello everybody, this is Icelian. I hopped right out of the Idra vs minigun game and I'm going right into MLG HuK vs I almost say Calamity, Complexity, MVP Noblesse. Now it does say Noble. The full title is Noblesse. He is a Korean player. HuK is a Canadian-US player, most recently Canadian, though he was, I believe, began his life in the US. And I am bringing you an actual blast from the past. This is from MLG Raleigh, which is a fantastic tournament. Oh my gosh, I love the MLGs as of late. They do such high production quality. They really make sure that StarCraft is delivered at a top level for the full enjoyment of the viewers. This is going to be on Metalopolis, and this is going to be in patch 1.3-ish. It's not 1.4. So that comes with all the ifs and ands, and I make that statement because the most recent one is 1.4, and so some people might be expecting to see, you know, oh, this is going to be one where HuK shows off some new awesome Immortal play, or Noblesse is totally crippled because Blue Flame got nerfed hard to the ground. Nope, neither is the case. Blue Flame is still severely overpowered. Insert QQ here. I'm sure it'll be in the comments. I joke. There are ways to beat Blue Flame, and there are ways to beat Mass Mothership, and so on and so forth. It's just Blizzard decided to nerf it anyway. Immortals have not been buffed. They're still the severely weak, underused, never-seen unit, again with the satire and sarcasm. I'm sure somebody will say something anyway, like, oh, Sullian said that Immortals are never used, but I see them all the time. Well, that's because they have a range 6 now where you are. I would know that. I play against Protoss as a Zerg, and Immortals tear me to pieces because of their range 6. It hurts. But this is going to be not about me and my silly Platinum League, yay, I made Platinum games. This is going to be about HuK, Noblesse, awesome 1v1, Metalopolis. And so here we are, we're going right into it. Now HuK is with EG at the time, as you can tell by the big fancy banner up top that I love that Blizzard put in. Nope, didn't want a tech lab. No, we're going to reactor. Why don't I pull up the production tab so that y'all don't have to rely on my viewer camera to know what's going on? HuK is with EG at the time, and lost my thought. Oh, right. This is going to be, of course, as HuK was announced to be with EG before he went into Korea. I just cast the game with his teammate Idra. Want to pause, please? I guess HuK is talking about a little bit of lag. No, it says Calamity. I always like to read it, you know, when they're shoved close together. I always like to read it really fast. I don't know why. Everybody just has their weird little quirks, and that's one of mine. Stalker's going to take out this scouting SCV without any trouble. And we do have, I guess, trying to stop a little bit of a cannon rush. This is, of course, on the MLG version, so there's the neutral supply depot that belongs to nobody. It was left there, and that's supposed to help stop cannon rushes, but even still, a little marine, maybe to stop some scouting probes. An interesting little 3 depot wall off here for Noblesse. Usually you won't see that against Protoss or against other Terrans, but could be that he just wants to try to... Oh, catching another SCV out. That's going to be a whopping 2 workers kill. We can see dominating red with 2 and 2. And HuK going for a pretty fast expanse, certainly faster than Noblesse, and he's going to be pushing out, trying to punish him. He probably doesn't know that he's expanding. Let's find out. No, he has no idea. But, safe assumption, maybe he knows HuK's style very well. Concussive Shells is just finishing, and that can be an absolute bane to a Protoss sometimes. I mean, really, just like, oh, conch shells, just blargin flargity piece of rack of fracka sack of bleep. A little bit of Idra language for those that watch the other one, the mature language tagged game. And these sentries are certainly going to stop anything from getting up the ramp, but I don't know what exactly is going to be done about securing this expansion. Do we have... One of these could go down real quick. Yep, it's dead. And the Stalker trying to get away. This is what the Conch Shell does. Oh, some pretty good force fields. Not quite enough, though. And this bunker coming up is going to be an absolute pain. The Nexus has finished, so there's no cancel available. But we do have a warp gate finishing, which means these Stalkers can warp right in, move forward, and a couple of probes giving their lives, saying, "We will die for..." And then they're dead. Die for ire. Now, since the SCV was taken out and Noblesse did not bring any additional SCVs, it was more of a, I guess, maybe a little feigned bunker rush. Maybe force a few more resources into getting an army up as opposed to some probes really trying to macro. But there was a powerful little push by Noblesse. If he had brought another SCV or two to continue that bunker production, or even drop multiple bunkers, you know, drop one here, then drop one here, and then try to dance around in this area. So, as HuK finally pushes down here, you still have to sweep up. Or you can sweep up, he still has to move down to get to that other bunker. Or even if he snipes the SCV, you've got another one to continue the construction. Now, it looks like this is going to be a very standard M&M. I should say this is a best-of-3 series. So we are into game 1 of a best-of-3. And HuK's spotting very quickly some follow-up pressure coming in. These Stalkers going to be moving it, hoofing it on out of there. And Zealot with Sentries can be a potent combination. Zealots aren't exactly in high numbers. But even so, the force fields preventing the retreat of any army. His stem has finished. Oh, poor Marauder wanted to shoot the Minx statue. He got 2 shots off, but alas, he should have run instead. Dying to the Protoss army. And just for a little, kind of mini game of cat and mouse here. Downside for HuK being that Noblesse has some very, very quick reinforcements for a short run. The force fields are going down. And then back, there he goes, getting those really secure force fields, forcing his opponent to commit and what he thinks is going to be very advantageous, but also splitting apart some of the other forces. The medevacs were not there in time to really reduce the damage coming in to heal up. And HuK is going to at least come out in this one. Now the big thing is that he has a second base in absolute full swing. 41 to 26 harvesters. Huge income discrepancy. And that's going to, as the more and more the game goes on, we're going to see the supply pull farther and farther apart. Basic infantry upgrades are happening, but we could see an engineering bay go down, especially right over here, in case of any suspected Dark Templar play. Of course, the scouting factory is going to be now making a Hellion, as 3 Zealots come out, and there they go. Now they're going to start going to work. Oh, and unfortunately this pylon in a good spot, but it is going to get spotted. It's going to be spotted in its spot. However, this one's still being nice and sneaky, pulling all over there, saying, you know what? Nope. This factory just being a pain. Twilight Council and Robotics Bay are getting set to finish, or at least the Robotics Bay facility is. The Council just passing the halfway. And here's the big push, is that Combat Shields is going to be finishing, beefing up all these Marines by 10 hit points just as this attack happens. Noblesse being very intelligent and expanding behind this attack. However, there's a fairly good little concave up here. We do need the extra forces. There they are, of the Zealots coming in. The force fields preventing any retreat. Unless you can fly like that medevac can. But HuK a step ahead, already pulling his Stalkers back, saying, I know you're going to try to drop back here. I'm not going to allow it. I'm going to snipe out that medevac with all 4 Marines and a Marauder. This factory, just chilling, saying like, okay, alright, so I'm behind enemy lines. I'm back behind all this Protoss. I can try to fly. Oh god, they're shooting me. No, I can try to fly. No. They just don't know what to do. Sneaky probes slipping around behind here, and some warp ends have happened to try to reinforce as HuK goes for some counter pressure. Command Center just finishing for Noblesse's expand. However, I wouldn't be surprised to see if HuK went for a third behind this, forcing the Command Center to lift right off before the Mule was dropped, before the Mule could even do any form of gathering. This looks like a very powerful push from HuK. Neither upgrades for either side, but without the stem going down and still large forces by HuK, we can see, oh yeah, that its supply discrepancy tells everything. 104 to 24 as Noblesse GG's out. Our Terran player could not put on the pressure that was needed to stop this expand. When HuK was able to defend, then he was able to easily put on some counter pressure. He's running off of, there's 3, 5, is that all? 5 gates with tech on the way, Blink. And he still had, you can see his resources, 572 to 357. Plus, he really needed to burn some chrono boost. He could have easily chronoed all the warp gates to get even more units out. So it's safe to say that when HuK secured his expansion and Noblesse did not secure his, this game was in the bag. This was game 1 from MLG Raleigh with HuK vs Noblesse. I am moving right into game 2, and I will see you.